Hello, this is astrologer coach Sonja Francis, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming solar eclipse, which will happen in 0 degrees of Gemini on May 20th in the evening. So what is a solar eclipse? Now, solar eclipse is a very powerful new moon, extra powerful new moon. And during a solar eclipse, we usually dissolve old programs and pathways, and we let new templates and new programs emerge. And so it's kind of a time of major endings and beginnings, because we're really letting go of something, and we're really getting sort of like an upgrade, like an energetic upgrade, to move to the next level. So it's like an opportunity to really move to a next level of consciousness, and to move beyond what's familiar to us and what we've sort of got comfortable with in the past, and to expand. So it's very important during solar eclipse to stay very open and to sort of receive this upgrade, to really receive, to go to this next new level. Now, what can happen, of course, during a solar eclipse, especially right before and right after, is that we kind of we feel that there's something shifting and that there's something changing, but we're not exactly certain what it is. We can't really put our finger on it. So we get a little anxious, or we get a little bit unsettled and nervous. And so this is just happening because we're not certain where we're moving, what we're moving towards. And so what's really important during the solar eclipse is to stay open and to get really excited about this upgrade, and to say, you know what? This is a couple of weeks of my life where I'm receiving an upgrade, where I'm receiving something to move to a new level, to go to another experience in my life. And the more open and the more accepting we are of that, the better the experience is going to be. So really be open for that change, be open to receive a new level of consciousness, get excited, and also be present, be really present in the moment, because when we can be really present and we're not so worried about what's coming next, then we can just enjoy the ride. It's sort of like being on a roller coaster ride, right? You sort of don't know where it's taking you, and you know, the ups and downs, but you're on this roller coaster ride, and you're just like pushing your hands up in the air, and you're just enjoying the ride. You know, you're just in the moment, and you're just getting excited by all this energy coming up and down, and you know, not knowing exactly where you are. And that's kind of the joy of a roller coaster ride, right? So just use that analogy also for this upcoming solar eclipse, and you know, leave behind some of the things that are no longer serving you, and just be open to receiving something new that is pushing you forward with great energy into a new life experience. Now, the one thing with the 0 degree Gemini is that, you know, 0 degree is a very strong degree, because it's the very beginning of a sign. So we're really experiencing with this solar eclipse a very strong Gemini energy, which wants us to learn and to gain new knowledge by learning and exploring, and by understanding our mind a little bit better. So this solar eclipse is really the time for us to use our mind in a different way. You know, it's sort of, the shift has to do with, what are we going to do with our mind? Are we going to be victims to our own minds, or are we going to use our mind as a tool that really serves us and that helps us understand life in a really great way? Are we going to use the duality of the mind, you know, the thoughts that come up in twos, and that come up in like good and bad, and hot and cold, and right and wrong? Are we going to use this for our benefit, to learn from it? Or are we going to use it to limit us and to kind of live from a fearful place? So this upgrade is very much to do with using our mind in a different way, and leaving behind old patterns, leaving behind old programming that no longer serves us, and really understanding the past before we move forward with a new future, right? So the other thing that's part of the solar eclipse is a very strong Neptune aspect that's connected to the sun and the moon. And this Neptune aspect really asks of us to expand and to grow beyond the mind process, and to really develop all forms of intelligence, to stay connected to our intuition, to really be connected to our inner wisdom. And so with this solar eclipse, we're really needing to make this move. We're being encouraged to make this move towards our inner sense of what's true, and what is needed for us to move forward, and to connect to love, to connect to compassion, to connect to a light source within us, to connect to acceptance, around what is so right now, and also to connect to a healing process, and to a spiritual healing process, that helps us to stay more grounded within ourselves. So all these things are part of this solar eclipse. Now, it's definitely a time where we might have some fears come up. It's definitely a time of shift and change. I like to compare it to maybe like a tunnel. We're moving through a tunnel, and it feels like we're not seeing really where the tunnel's exit is, and we really don't know exactly where this next door is that we're opening. But we need to really have faith that walking through that tunnel is going to get us to a door that when we open it, there is a bright light at the end of this tunnel. And this bright light is going to give us this exuberant feeling of being able to leave behind some of the old structures, leave behind some of the old thought processes, and move towards a much more enlightened place of being. So just get excited for that. Get excited to experience that, and stay open. And the key word is really receive and be in the moment. Really receive this new upgrade. If you have any questions about this upcoming solar eclipse, please feel free to email me at Sonja@AstrologerCoach.com. That is SONJA@AstrologerCoach.com. And please feel free to always read my weekly blogs on my website at www.astrologercoach.com/blog. And you can also subscribe to my weekly blogs there via FeedBurner. There's like a little window there on the website where you can put your email address, and if you sign up for that and make sure that when you receive that email from FeedBurner that you accept the email, so that you click on that link, so that you're actually hooked into the FeedBurner connection. That way you get an email from me every Sunday evening with the new blog, with the new weekly forecast. And that's a really great way to also stay connected to what the universe is doing, and to see how we can be more centered, and how we can receive the energies that are out there, and a more align with them more, so that we can feel good about ourselves. So also what was the last thing I wanted to say? There was one more thing. I can't think of it right now. Well, it might not be that important. But go to my website also to look at my services, to see if you want to get a reading. Yeah, because actually that is what I wanted to say. This is a time of uncertainty. So if you feel like you need direction, astrology can be a really great tool, a great way to receive direction, and to feel a little bit more settled, and to feel a little bit more grounded within what the universe is trying to teach us at this time. So feel free to reach out and schedule a reading with me if you feel this uncertainty and you really need to have some answers. And again, my My fees are listed, my fees and services are listed on my website at astrologercoach.com/services.html. And you can also send me an email and ask me, if there's a reading that is right for you at this time. If you let me know a little bit what you're looking for, and I'll be happy to answer you via email as well. All right, so have a fantastic solar eclipse, and enjoy the ride, get excited, and I will see you soon in a couple of weeks when the lunar eclipse is happening in about 2 weeks from now. All right, you have a good one. Goodbye. This is Astrologer Coach Sonja Francis.